Hi everyone, Joshua Hanlon here at Brick Rodeo in Houston, Texas, and today I'm joined by Ian, and we're going to be doing kind of like a highlights tour of some of his incredible builds that he has on display here. So this first one is just a really unique, fantastic looking build with your Wii display. Take us through what we have here.
So when we were at a hotel, and my brother, they had like a TV, we were playing bowling, and he was like so close to hitting. He actually hit it, but it didn't break it. And then I was like, I gotta recreate that. So
this is based on a true story.
It's based on true events right here, okay? Inspired by true events. So I first started with the Wii Controller and the console here. So this was how it originally, the original two things right here. And then this comes out. So I originally started there, and then the TV. So I had to make it big enough so it wouldn't fall forward from the Wii controller. And then I added the glass, and I added these pieces that kind of like look like the glass is coming out, and some diamonds, and the glass on the ground. So I'm pretty proud of how that turned out. And then it just slides right in here. So this is kids not to do. And always wear the bracelet. Always wear the bracelet. Make sure it's tight.
It works so well, though. Using those trans clear pieces around there creates a perfect effect on the TV.
I'm very proud of the way it turned out.
Yes, and then even the Wii itself, like you took it off the stand and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's instantly recognizable.
I wanted to add that, so they made sure it was the Wii and the TV and everything.
Next, we'll move down to another one of your Nintendo builds, another very recognizable console here. This is the Switch.
Yeah, with the Among Us character on it. So I knew that was really popular, so I wanted to put that in there. And I had I detailed the back too with the stand, because I know I had to get ready for the show, so they have the stand already on there. And the bottom has a little charger to it. And then the top, I used a little microphone in there for like the earbuds. And then it was pretty, so the screen is stacked that way. And then for the line up here, I had to stack down. So that was a nice challenge that worked out well at the end. So it gets that shaping of the character right there.
Now, do the controllers detach from it?
They do, but they don't slide. But you can detach the. And then this is actually a Lego rubber band from a friend's set. It's an official Lego rubber band that was perfect for that. Right there.
And then behind that, something that we hope none of our viewers have to experience. You've got a laptop with a buffering YouTube video on it as well.
Everyone endures and has to go through. Yep, I did it. I'm sorry, guys. You have to see that. So yeah, this is one of my favorite builds I've ever done. So I first built the computer, then I was like, what can be on the screen? What can everyone relate to? And I was like, should I dare do the Circle of Doom? And I did the Circle of Doom. And so I'm pretty proud of it. And the loading, they even have like the little ad at the bottom. And I used rollerblades for like how many views it has, like trying to get that circle, like little bit in there. So this is one of my favorite builds. They got the charger on it that wraps around the back.
And the different kind of grayscale round 1x1 tiles there, it works so well for that.
It was perfect. I was like, as soon as I saw them, like this is gonna work. This is gonna be good.
And then how did you get kind of the base of it with all the black keys there? So
that is its own flat thing, and I use jumper pieces to like stagger to make it look like it's the keys, because if it's one stud apart, it's too far apart. So that worked out well, and then it connects to here on the bottom, and then the pieces with the stud on the side go through the piece with the hole, so it makes it so it's not as like falling over. So it actually does move forward and back. See?
Oh, yeah.
So it has to be at the right angle for it to stand up.
That is perfect. So then we'll move to some of the other highlights here. What else kind of stands out for you from what you've brought?
So I really like Thor's hammer. I used the treads from a old Star Wars set, and it moves like leather, and you can actually pick it up.
Playability.
Yeah, playability.
Are those barrels for the handle?
Yes. So it works like that. There's a beam that goes through it, and then it just connects. You can twist it, and then it just goes in the rock. Oh, sorry.
When you're playing around with it, that'll happen sometimes.
I guess I'm not worthy. So there's Boo's door. I'm very proud of using the nougat pieces. It's like when it squeezes the door right there. And the Scream machine, the red. And then this is the shards of Narsil from Lord of the Rings. and you can pick it up. Still sharp.
Be careful. I like the use of these blacks kind of pillar pieces.
From far away, it looks like that leather, that rough leather, but it's, yeah, I'm proud of that. And this camera, it has a viewfinder that you can look through. It has this tow truck piece. And you go like, put it here, and then it looks like it's one of those hollow turning. So yeah, I used a trash can for the lens. And that Fiat piece that just came out, I used it for like the logo, which worked out perfectly.
You've got a lot of this sort of like retro technology in this area here, the TV, the old Polaroid camera.
Yeah, my grandpa lives with us, so like we're always around it. So I was inspired by him. And there's a little top hat for the button. And there's a Batman piece for the bunny ears, and it gives like a shadow, which was kind of cool.
Oh, right, on the silver chrome top there, yeah.
And then those are night hats on the bottom there that come out. So yeah, I like doing like things that people recognize and can relate to.
Yeah, and taking a piece like that people are familiar with, but using it in a different way.
Yes, exactly.
So you've got a lot of very recognizable things, whether it's video game related, TV, movie, whatever it might be.
Yes.
What are public's and people's reaction as they walk up? What do they tend to gravitate towards, one or the other builds here?
Yes, they all like the Wii. They're always like, kids, this is what not to do. This is an example. So yeah, they like the Wii a lot, and they like the Nintendo Among Us. So the Nintendo's working for me, I guess. People can relate to that.
We've got one of the largest builds you have here is the Keytar with a nice stand.
Yeah, you can hold it. And I use tires like twist, and there's like a little pan for the dial. And yeah, it was kind of challenging to make it so the keys were separate, but still together where you can see the black lines, but not one stud deep, Right,
and it looks really nice. I think you spaced everything very nicely there, and you made it strong enough to hold it even.
Yeah, and I used the birch from Birch Books, the modular, and it was like a nice gold branding for it. And when people tell me to open up the Jumanji, I'm like, last time I did it was 2020, did not end well. I will not open it up. But it's super detailed inside, but will not risk it. And I was super proud of the string that went across, and I built it, then found the string, and it perfectly went across the lines, the words. So that was a good moment for me.
Shout out to Bob and Larry as well.
Yes, yeah. Their little kitchen.
I love the way you did the eyes with them. It just gives so much life to those characters.
Yeah, and his one tooth. Yeah.
So when you're looking for inspiration for your builds, obviously a lot of these are based on real life objects or that sort of thing. As you look around, where do you kind of find that inspiration? How do you decide what you're going to do next?
I really like to do stuff that hasn't been built before, original things, or if there is something, I like to up the scale and everything. And I love watching movies and being inspired by pulp culture. Is I love, because people can relate to it, they recognize it, and it's kind of a challenge because you have to live up to what people know what it's supposed to look like. So it's kind of a nice challenge for me. And Baymax, it was very challenging for the eyes with that line, but I used the little control piece, and it goes across perfectly.
Well, these are all fantastic builds. So where can people find your stuff online if they want to see more?
Bricktacular Builds on Instagram, and I'm coming out with instructions for almost every one of these builds that you can find. And just if you follow me, then I'll post the instructions.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for bringing all this out to the show.
Thank you for having me. I love your YouTube channel. It's very inspiring. It's great content.
Thank you.